Good morning everyone. Welcome to Learn School. This is our lecture 6, and in our previous class, that is in lecture 5, we have discussed the concept named what are the types of taxes before GST and after GST, and obviously what are the taxes which are subsumed into GST 2. Yeah, and that's our topic 8. So in that we have discussed that earlier to GST there would be excise duty. Apart from that there would be central sales tax and VAT and service tax. So all these taxes are subsumed into GST now. Yep. And apart from this, excise duty is levied on manufacture, central sales tax is levied on sale of interstate sale, VAT is levied on sale, that is intrastate sale, and service tax is levied on providing or rendering of services. And all together for all these things we have a single word in GST, that's known as supply. Yep. And now GST will apply only if it is supply. Okay, that's what we have discussed in our previous class. And apart from this we have also discussed that what are the different taxes that are subsumed into GST. So what are the different taxes that are subsumed into GST, right? So what are they? What are the central levies subsumed into GST? The central levies subsumed into GST are: first one is central excise duty and additional excise duty, second one is service tax, third one is excise duty under Medicine and Toilet Preparation Act, and fourth one is countervailing duty, CVD and special CVD. We have discussed where it is levied and all, and this is the thing. Yep, this is the thing. Yep. And we also discussed that central sales tax, that is sales tax on interstate sale. We'll discuss what is interstate sale, what is intrastate sale. We'll discuss that in detail, don't worry. And the surcharges and cess on supply of goods and services is also subsumed into GST. Yep. Apart from this, what are the state levies that are subsumed into GST? The state levies that are subsumed into GST are entertainment tax, except levied by local body, and tax on betting, gambling and lottery, entry tax, that is tax between like movement of goods, tax will be on movement of goods between different states. Fourth one is VAT or sales tax, that is on intrastate sales and luxury tax. Fifth one is luxury tax, and sixth one is tax on advertisement, and seventh one is all these surcharges and cess on the supply of goods and services. Yep. So these are all the things that are subsumed into GST now. Okay, whole this thing is subsumed into GST. Yep. Let's move. Now we should also discuss, now today our topic is nothing but topic number 8, right? Yep, sorry, topic number 9. One second. Today we are going to start our topic number 9, that is history of GST. And topic number 10 is timeline of GST. Topic number 11 is origin based taxation, versus destination based taxation. We'll learn what are these different types of taxations and all in today's class. Let's start with topic number 9. There's nothing but history of GST. Let's start. Point number 1. So What do you think GST is? GST is actually an indirect tax, that we know. And we have, our India has adopted a GST model that is named as dual GST model. This model is also followed by Canada and Brazil, so we'll call it as Canadian model of GST. And the thing is, why is it called dual GST model? That we have to learn now. So it is called as dual GST model because it is levied by both central government and state government together. Both comes together to levy GST. So why is it so? Why should they come together? So there are types of governments in the world. Ours is a federal system, federal government actually. What does federal government mean? And Canada and Brazil also have federal governments, so they too follow same kind of model actually. What does this federal system mean, federal government mean? That we are going to learn right now. Federal government, it is nothing but there are two or more levels of government in that country. For example, if we take India, in India government has different levels actually. Central government is same, India is ruled by all these different governments too. First one is central government, second one is state government, third one is local government. If we take central government, obviously central government like parliament will come into picture, parliament. If we take state government, assembly comes into picture, assembly has the power. If we take local government, like municipal corporation, panchayats and all, so those things. So in case of GST, what has happened is only the central government and state government comes together to levy this GST. Both together comes and levies this GST. So both central government and state government taxes has been subsumed into GST. That's the reason why both only central government and state government taxes have been subsumed into GST. But local government taxes aren't subsumed into GST. Okay, that's the reason why in case of entertainment tax, we have discussed that entertainment tax levied by local government, local bodies is not subsumed into GST. Not subsumed. We have discussed earlier in our previous class. So, why? Because local government isn't coming together to levy GST. Only central and state government are coming together to levy GST. Yeah. I hope that this point is clear to you guys. Let's move on to next topic. Yep. Point number 3. So yeah, this point of dual GST model, and in the global level, actually France is the first country. France is the first country to introduce GST. To introduce GST, and it has introduced it in the year 1954. Okay. Yep. Apart from this, in case of India, when did India introduce GST? India introduced GST on 1st July in the year 2017. India adopted, we know, dual GST model. So on 1st July 2017, India adopted GST. Yep. Okay guys, these are the points relating to history of GST. I'll zoom it out a bit. You guys can have a look. Nice view on that. So topic number 8 is history of GST. In case of history of GST, we know GST is an indirect tax, and India adopted dual GST model. A dual GST model is nothing but central government and state government comes together to levy GST, and France is the first country to levy GST in the year 1954. These things may come in MCQs, and on 1st July 2017, India adopted GST. These things are also important for MCQs. Please do revise them. Yep, let's move to topic 10, that is timeline of GST. Topic 10, timeline of GST. Yep. If we go to timeline of GST, so this is the timeline actually. What has happened is, so initially in the year 2000, our PM, the then former PM, late PM sir, Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, Atal ji, our great Atal ji, has brought this idea of GST, to introduce GST in India. He has also formed a committee to know that is GST suitable for India or not. So he also formed that committee. And after that, what has happened is, in 2006, after that Congress came into power after some years, and in 2006 the then finance minister, that is Chidambaram ji, finance minister Chidambaram ji, said that we will bring GST to India in the year 2010. So from 2010 we are going to have GST in India. That's what he said. But after that it got delayed again, and so it didn't come to India yet. And after that elections happened, and so at last in the year 2014 BJP came into power. And they tried to introduce GST. But in order to introduce something in India, what is the first requirement actually? First thing required is, first it has to be allowed by the constitution. We already discussed this. Constitution is the supreme power in India, supreme law in India, Constitution of India. So constitution has allow this. So in constitution, article 246 schedule 7, so if both together gives us 3 lists. We already discussed this. I am just revising this. This is connected here. Those 3 lists are list 1, list 2, list 3. So in list 1 we have all the topics, matters on which central government has power. I'll write it short. Okay, state government has power. Here central government and state government together has power on the matters on list 3. So in order to levy GST is a dual GST model, right? The GST we wanted to adopt in India is dual GST model. Matlab only central government has power? No. Do only state government has power to levy GST? No. Both central government and state government together has power to levy GST. So in order to introduce this kind of GST, we have to write GST's name in this list. That is in list 3 we have to write GST here. We have to adopt GST here in constitution. So in order to adopt into constitution, what we have to do? We have to amend the constitution. We have to change the constitution and write GST here. Write it in, make an entry of it in list 3. Only if constitution allows we can levy GST, right? So that's the reason why we have to make a constitutional amendment. We have to change the constitution and bring GST here. So for that reason, in 2014 what BJP has done is, it has tried to make a amendment to the constitution. amendment to make to bring GST to this list 3 of constitution. So that constitution number is Constitution First Amendment Bill. What is the number? Constitution 122nd Amendment Bill. This is very important. You have to remember this. Constitution 122nd Amendment Bill. I'll write it clearly. Constitution 122nd Amendment Bill. So this bill, what will it do? So basically this ruling, whatever the government is there, that BJP will place this bill in the parliament. First it is bill, before it is it got power, it is bill. So when it goes through parliament, after getting the assent of parliament, after getting passed in the parliament, after getting the assent of president, it will become act. Okay, so this is just bill. This is the number of bill. Many bills may come actually. So why is it 122nd? So many bills may come. Actually bill will have to get through the parliament. Okay, so all the bills may not get through the parliament, may not get passed through the parliament. They may stop here itself. Here itself they may get cancelled. Okay, that's the reason why it is 122nd. We'll discuss again, don't worry. In 2016, this Constitution Amendment Bill got passed. Constitution 101st. What is the number? 101st Amendment. Now it is passed, so it will be called as act. So why is this number 122 and this number is just 101? It is because there may be many bills that may be placed in the parliament, but all those bills may not get passed. Okay, all those bills may not get passed. So actually 122 bills till 2014, 122 amendment bills has been tried to place in the parliament, but in them only 100 has been passed and GST number is just 101. Okay, so yeah, I hope it is clear. If you have any doubts, please do ask it in the Telegram channel. The link will be provided in the description. Yeah, in 2016 the bill has been passed, so it is called as act now. So what has happened after that? After that, with the powers the president has got in Constitution of India, a president is also given some power. So in 2017, president formed, in 2016 itself, President G formed GST Council. GST Council is been formed, and after that, in 2017. And this GST Council has recommended different bills that has to be passed in order to implement GST properly. Those bills are CGST bill, SGST bill, sorry, not SGST. SGST bill will be passed by states actually. IGST bill, UTGST bill, and GST compensation cess bill. Okay, so these are the different bills that our GST Council has recommended for the smooth execution of GST tax actually. So after that, in 2017, all these bills got passed. Those bills are, we know that, CGST, IGST, UTGST, GST compensation cess. And also GST bills by each state also been passed. So after that, at last in 2017 itself, on date on 1st July 2017, GST has been introduced in India. But it didn't get implemented to Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir took some time. So for Jammu and Kashmir, it has been implemented from 8th July 2017. Okay, yeah, basically this is the timeline of GST. So I hope it is clear to you guys. So in 2000, PM Atalji talked about the idea of GST, and in 2000, okay, in 2006 Chidambaramji talked that he will bring GST to India from 2010. In 2014, BJP came into power and it has tried to amend the constitution. And after that, in 2016, the constitution, after 2 years of time, the constitution amendment bill was passed in the parliament and it has become an act. And after that, president with his power formed GST council. What is this GST council? GST council is nothing but it is the council formed by blend of ministers from center and ministers from state, and these ministers together try to come to an opinion regarding GST, any matters regarding GST. Why? Because every time they need to change something in GST, they can't go all the way through this parliament and all the way through amendment bills and all. So they give power to GST council that they can pass some, they have power to make some changes to GST. So with that power, they have made this CGST bill, IGST bill, UTGST bill and GST compensation cess bill. And in 2017 all these bills were passed, and on after that, after all the states have passed the GST Act, they have passed the GST Act, and on 1st July 2017 GST has been introduced into India. But for Jammu and Kashmir, in case of Jammu and Kashmir, GST has started in Jammu and Kashmir from 8th July 2017. They took 1 week late. They took 1 week to introduce GST. Yeah. Yep. I hope it is clear to you guys, and this is the overview of timeline of GST in India. Timeline of GST in India, and this is Jammu and Kashmir. And yeah, I think it is taking a more time actually, so we'll stop our session here and I'll continue our topic number 11, origin based taxation and destination based taxation, in our next class. And please guys, please do subscribe to the channel if you want any updates, or else you may not see us again. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to the also join the Telegram group and ask your queries regarding any subject in that Telegram group. And thank you very much for listening. Thank you.